So step number 1, how to access this rack. And we'll press Window R and then Microsoft Terminal Services. Okay, this will be the IP address 182.156.248.53 colon this will ask username and password. So my user is this and password is Cisco at 1234. That says I have not access Cisco. C is the capital and 1234. This is configuring and accessing. So this is the RDP page. You can click cancel this, cancel, close all this box, and then what you will do, there is a putty. With the putty sessions you will access to your Fabric interconnect, which is using this. So once you take a putty, you have to give the IP address of the FIA or FIB, and this is the approach. That will be the cluster IP, which is through that you're going to be access the UCS manager. So IP address is this, username is admin, password is Koenig at 2019. So step number 1, in the initial configuration I will erase the configuration and will start with beginning. So in the initial configuration what will happen, one will be the primary, another will be the secondary. So we are using the cluster approach. So how to take access for this? We will give the IP address of the FI. I'm taking the access of FIA with this IP address. It will ask username, which is admin, and password is Koenig at 2019. So login in. Okay, this is the console of Fabric interconnect. Oh, it's B. So I want A. So similarly I can take the putty session of A, which is the IP address is 10.50. Username is admin and password is, by default password is no password. This is you as a configuring during the initial configuration. So right now do not remember any password. So I'm just login and going at 2019. This is FIA. So here what you do to do the factory reset, you have a command connect and local management. So this is, you are going in the local management and then give the command erase. Erase what? Erase configuration. It will ask all the UCS configuration will be erased and system will reboot. Are you sure?
Yes.
And then I need the administrator access, because right now I'm taking the SSH. So before to go for this, I'm saying yes, it is rebooting. So same thing I can do with the FIB, just this, and connect local management. And what is the command? Erase configuration. I will say yes. Because it is erased, now I do not have any IP address, right? So I need a direct console access. So far you know how to do the erase for the initial configuration. And take a, so recording is resume, and just you take the admin access now, and once you access, this is the console page. So first, when you enter, it will ask first questions. Enter the configuration mode. So here, because you are doing the console, so your answer will be type console. The second question it will ask, enter the setup mode, the setup newly or restore. So if you want to take a backup, so then restore, restoring from the old configuration. But if this is a fresh setup, then type the command setup. Now the next question, it says you have chosen to set up a new Fabric interconnect. Continue, and you will press here yes. Do you want to enforce strong password? So strong password meaning special keywords.
Yeah.
So then I will say here no. Default username is admin, but it is asking password. So I will say the password is Cisco at 123 or Cisco 123. Yes, Cisco 123. Confirm the password, Cisco 123.
As usual. Always. Cisco.
Yeah, so Cisco 123, Cisco 123. Okay, so small, all in small letters. Cisco 123, Cisco 123. Is this Fabric interconnect is the part of the cluster? Select no for the standalone, select yes. So because it is a part of the cluster, you have to be say yes.
Okay.
But see, this is the first one. So this is not the part of cluster. So here you will say no. Fabric interconnect will be in standalone mode. Enter the system name. I will say FIA. FIA. What is the management IP address? So it will be 50, right? So 192.168.10.10.50. Then it will ask what is the switch 0 net mask. So it is class C. So these are the series of questions. Default gateway. So 192.168.10.254. This will be the default gateway. This is a no. Default domain name, I would say no. Join the centralized management environment centrally, no, because we don't have the UCS central. Apply and save the configuration. switch A, fabric A, and force mode is this. Apply the configuration and default gateway. So this is not asking the IP of cluster. So apply the same configuration and select no if you want to re-enter. So I will say no, because we want the cluster IP address later on to access. Say no. Once again type console.
If you go for GUI,
Yeah.
Okay.
Setup. No, setup. Say yes.
you cannot use GUI.
No. Initial configuration, no GUI.
Okay.
Until and unless you are not
Why
doing
give
the.
this option?
Why this is what weird. So why this is option? Yeah. Password for admin Cisco 123. Cisco 123. This is. I will say yes. So earlier I said no. Once I say yes, it will ask the IP address of the cluster, and that cluster IP you will use to access your UCS manager. Now it is asking enter the fabric switch. So this is A side. So I have A side and B side. So this is A. Enter the system name. It is correct, FIA. Press enter. It is asking name. Oops. It is asking, do you want to change the IP address? I will say no. This is the IP address of this, because according to the topology, we'll go with topology. If we have here is, what was the IP address? FIA IP is 10.15. So we are using the password Cisco 123, all smalls. Username is admin. FIV will be 51. Press enter. Mask. Press enter. Gateway is press enter. This is cluster IP. So here the cluster IP is, according to topology, this is 55. At last. So 192.168.10.55. This no. I don't want this. No. No, we don't have. Yes. So now see, switch name is A, system name is FIA, strong password is no, IP is this, and the cluster is enabled, yes. Cluster IP address is this one. This is the IP address of the UCS manager. So once you go to the URL, what IP address you will type? This one,
Okay.
10.55. Then apply this, yes. Once I apply, it will reboot. So applying the configuration.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, recording is on. So
And
recording
you
is.
can share a link with me or?
Yeah. I will. What I will do, I will upload on YouTube, and then share the link. You can watch on YouTube.
Good.
So recording is on. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So it's login. Username is what?
Yeah.
Admin. Password is Cisco 123. Yeah, so you have login here. So now, first useful command, show system. I can check show system version. It says software error timeout. Okay, show system detail. So there is, it says the error timeout, there is a communication with. So until and unless you can see it is not, the other member is not attached, there is, it says the problems. So okay, and then take the FIB access. This is FIB, and it is once again will ask the same thing. So wait for a moment. This is like somebody has pressed continuous. I think my key is pressed or what? Let me pause and wait when it will be stop. Resume. Show and question marks. If you have it stuck, show question mark. So you can see the show cluster mode here first. So far, what will be the cluster mode? Show cluster. There is a two command. First will be show the state. So you can see A is up, election is incomplete, unable to access CPROM, and B is unresponsive, election is incomplete, and there the high availability status is not ready. Exit, show to the, once again connect to the local management, and then you have a command show here. So you can see these are the commands, show cluster. So here the useful command is show cluster and cluster extended state, which will give you the result if the cluster is successfully built or not. And show version we can check from here, show license we can check, and these are the commands. To go out from this, simply press exit. Here is the show commands, once again question mark. So you have the command here, show fabric interconnect, and then A, B and C. So if I say detail, because it is not yet responsive, so that's why this error message is coming, and it's continuously is doing this job. This will happen when you're taking a remote access and somebody has, or something key is there, someone has pressed a key. So until and unless it will not stop us, I cannot type anything here. So this is what the administrator need to take patience here, because we have no choice other than the wait. Pause for a moment. See, nothing have to be nothing have to be done here. Just take a console of the fabric interconnect B, make sure proper cabling is there, and once you type this console command, it will automatically is giving this message: installer has detected the presence of the peer fabric interconnect. This interconnect will add it to the cluster. Do you want to continue? So I will say here yes. Enter the admin password of the, which is fabric interconnect Cisco 123. So it is trying to connecting peer fabric interconnect. Retrieving the configuration from the peer fabric interconnect is done. So this is the IP address of this. So you can see it is automatically detecting the cluster IP address.
Yeah.
But this fabric B IP address, according to our topology, it will be 51 at last. So 192.168.10.51. Apply. Yes. This is the initial configuration.
Yeah.
And from here now, from where you will start, you will start how to access the UCS manager.
Okay.
Because this require the administrator access. Admin Cisco 123. This is login. So here I will using the command show. See, you can see the version. Show system and detail. This is very useful command. If it will work here. So it is try to getting the error message. And this is done. So I want to access through the putty. 192.168. There is a gateway problem. Seems like. Or 50. Okay, yes. Admin Cisco 123. Login. This is through the SSH. Show system. Okay. So it's showing that what is the cluster IP address. What is my cluster IP address? So this is the IP address of the UCS manager. And from here, you will go to the browser and give the IP address of this UCS manager, which is 192.168.10.55. Just trying to connecting. It will build the SSH connection, the HTTP connection.
So nice.
What's this? I think here. So what's it called?
No problem.
हेलो हाँ जी सर, बहुत बढ़िया, आप सुनाओ। हाँ जी सर। ओके ओके। me resume back and go to this, go to your putty page. See if the cluster is successfully configured. So how would you see the output? The command is show cluster extended state. This is the command, show cluster extended state, and see this message. You can see A is primary, which is we have configured first, so and B is my subordinate. So this is for the management perspective, one will be active, other is a standby. For the data perspective, both is active. Then you can see the HA status is ready. And these are the interfaces. ETH2 is up. To go exit from here, type the command show system detail. Look for this. You are in the FIA cluster. This is the system IP address, and what is this? This is the system IP address, meaning the IP address of the UCS manager. From here you can also say connect to Fabric Interconnect A, connect, show, here the Fabric Interconnect A itself, show, and use the question mark. Yes, Fabric Interconnect, and you will say A. This is the Fabric Interconnect A. From here you can see the IP address. This is the IP address which you have configured. and show. This is the command system. It is showing the IP address of the cluster. So once I know the IP address of the cluster, and now browser, use the command https.
So we can go for GUI, yeah?
Yeah, GUI, https, and then 55. Login. This is the page will come. Launch UCS manager. So you're running the UCS manager 4.0. Launch. And now it is asking username and password. Admin Cisco 123. Admin Cisco 123. So login. Please wait. Anonymous reporting. Do you want to authorize disclosure of the call home? I will say don't show me this message. Cancel this. So this is the view. You can see this is my navigation pan. All this. And right now you are under the equipment tab. In the equipment tab, this is main topology. Fabric interconnect. These are the fabric interconnect. Servers. We have two servers here. Policies. By default, this is what? By default, as long as one link is up, it is going to discover the chassis. So chassis 1 is primary. If you click here, this is your chassis. You can also see the hybrid display. This one. So this is the internals. So these are your traces, hardware traces, which is connecting to server. Right now this is in power off mode. This is because if you go to here, this is fabric interconnect A. These are the Ethernet ports. So we have 4 port on the FI. And right now this is in the admin down state. So this way, one by one, we will browse all these things in the next 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, this is what you have to understand. What are the things first? The architecture of the UCS and how to do the initial configurations. So tomorrow, what you will do, you will start from how to access this UCS manager by using their username and password. So let me.
So we cover how many